Responsible research and innovation is a cornerstone for research. And you know, it's lots of words were said about this issue. However, I think that especially in very complex modern society, we have to think it over and over again and redefine it, because needs are changing, the society is changing. So I think that such meetings as we have here are very important, because we can discuss the changing world, the changing research practices, and the needs of the society. I think that that responsibility issues have various levels, from the very bottom, individuals of the society, but then researchers who are involved in research, then organizations in which they work, but also funding organizations, and of course governments, parliaments, and so on. So on all those levels we have to think about the ideas, methods, approaches to implement responsible research. Of course, there should be a proper legal environment, but also education. Yeah? So I think that education is one of the keys for responsible research and innovation. So people have simply to feel it. There are lots of challenges. And in fact, there's usual, say, tension between responsibility and greed. Money is important, of course, and so we have to combine the natural operation of the system of a democratic society and individual needs and individual greed, even with the responsibility towards society and individuals as well. So this is a delicate balance. I don't think that we can solve those problems and we can face those challenges in a very simple way, simplistic way. We cannot just define a bill and pass it through a parliament and the problem is solved. So it's an ongoing process, and we have to solve those major challenges, but also some, say, smaller challenges on the way. We have to remember that we live in Europe, which is pretty diversified, and when we look at various parts of Europe with different traditions, the issues are becoming a little bit different, although maybe legal environments are even very similar, but people are simply different. It's really great that people are different, but of course we have to remember that those different behaviors and different habits, traditions, influence responsible research and innovation. And also one of the problems, one of the challenges is that there's a very strong competition among researchers now, because some people estimate that 95% of all researchers in the history of the world live today. So when we had small groups of researchers, of course, it was much easier to control responsible behavior, and the society, research society, was self-controlling itself. Now it's more difficult because people are looking at various parameters, Hirsch indexes, number of citations, and sometimes they forgetting about responsibilities.